So we go to the Quadrone.
I've been passing on
Minecraft.
all of these. They
Minecraft
ain't it
block.
for me.
I didn't have much to say about this. Despite it being one of my favorite little guys, there was not much on the book about it. And it's just like, what if it was one of the others that are cooler, but it has a bow, I guess? This one appears to be able to concentrate. This one is the soldier of the Modron. It's all right.
It's just, you're taking the concept of the companion cube too literally if you fuck this.
Yeah.
It looks like it needs to shit. The monster manual is so unfussed about the Quadrone, it has one sentence about it.
Wow.
That's it. That's all I got to go off. There are like 8 paragraphs about the ogre.
This one,
This
you want to
one-
fuck a Rubik's Cube?
And we all do. We all do. But it's
no.
just not that interesting compared to the
Too
others.
pinchy.
So yeah, I think we're gonna quickly move on from this. I mean, I'm a smash because it's a goofy little fuck, but that's about it.
You do like to fuck a goofy little guy.
Yeah. That's why I married a Becca. She's goofy. She'll admit to being goofy. We're both goofy together.
She knows.
She knows. She knows. Let's go on to something a bit more classic monster. We haven't had some classic monsters in a little while. Let's do it. It's the Quaggoth.
The Quagmire.
The Quaggoth. These are neutral creatures, so not necessarily hostile or anything like that. They're Underdark denizens who originally were an enlightened species that lived in fields and forests, and they were hunted, chased away by the elves. Again. I'm just saying.
God damn it, elves.
Every monster in the monster manual owes their state to either the Illithid or the elf. The Quaggoths were mutated by the Underdark into this sort of form. They did mostly look like this before, but they sort of mutated a little bit. Their coloration was lost. They used to be quite bright colors, and that's faded now because the Underdark doesn't need color. There's actually a lot of bright colors in the Underdark, but they don't need it. Most things there are using dark vision and the like, which so they're looking in shades of gray. They're mutants. There's a lot of mutation going on. They have something called a Thonot, which is occasionally a mutant version will be born with psionic powers, and they are often made the sort of tribal shaman. And their job is to keep the tribe's lore and history. But if you fail, you are eaten cannibalistically because they think that will pass your power on to the next Quaggoth.
That's not that big of a deal. There are plenty of cultures who've had that thought. So what you're telling me is there's potential for the Quaggoth to have like another Enlightenment era.
Yeah, oh, that's possible. Yeah.
This is an easy smash for me. They're a little bit werewolfy for my liking, but overall, you know what? Yeah, I'll smash. Let's go. Let's see how it goes. They're palatable.
They're pretty territorial. They like climbing, but you know, this is pretty neat. Occasionally they have psychic powers. That's cool.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Sure, why not?
They're also servants to the drow, which is more of a problem, but otherwise, you know.
My criteria is pretty simple. There's nothing overly remarkable about them as a fuckable species, but sure, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's just see how it goes.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
I feel like it'd be a nice time.
They're also entirely immune to poison, so don't go out drinking with them. Or you'll end up on the floor and they'll be like, I am not feeling a thing.
Okay, so we gotta take a Quaggoth with us into the worm, Nick. I can't Bet's Prostate Emporium. Milk all the time.
Yes, I'm also a smash, so we got smashes across the board on this one.
Woo.
I love to see
Nice.
it. Love to see a good smash. The Quaggoth, I think, is also a neat design. It's a cool
Yeah.
looking creature. It's got a cool face,
It's not too gruesome.
quite a smile on it, or a grin. It's neat. Let's go to something that is ugly as sin, and I hate it. The Quasit.
No.
It's just bad. Every part of this is awful.
Now that I think about
It
it.
reminds me of something else, and I can't figure out what.
It's covered in these little poisonous pustules. Tiny, so it's about the size of a cat. It's awful. It's just an awful little shit.
I hate it.
Yeah, it looks more like a shit-ass gremlin.
I feel like I fed it, is it before or after midnight? I forget which.
What are they called? Tarsiers? Live in trees and have the big eyes, but this one is lizard instead of fur.
No.
It's just awful. It can change into a bat, a centipede, a toad, or back into its true form.
That give me a
So
rash.
basically, it can transform into something that's going to climb up my ass.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
no, thank you. Hard pass.
Changing it to a
I
pass.
pass.
I really just hate this. It's just deeply unpleasant creature. Luckily, we've got a real hot one next. And I mean that metaphorically. It's not like fire.
It's not
I was getting
literal.
disappointed now.
I think there's some energy with this one. It's a famous monster among D&D players. I think it's one people who haven't played much D&D probably have not heard of, but within D&D players, it's a famous monster. Oh, baby. We go to the Rakshasa.
Ah,
These are famous because of how frightening they are if you are a spellcaster. Basically, if the spellcaster has gotten too smug lately, you deploy this because it's mostly immune to magic and it will fuck you up.
Snappy dresser.
Yeah, this is a fiend. This is a devil. Unusual. It was created in a ritual to free a devil's essence from their fiendish bodies so that they can escape the hells. So they then wander the material plane in this form.
As part of this ritual, did they use the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes?
Unclear, probably. They have a strong tiger form.
This being also feels like it would get confused over the fact everyone's horny posting on Twitter about it.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't really want to fuck this. I want to find out who this guy's tailor is and just go shopping. I think I'm going to have to pass.
They're also like real hard to kill. If you kill it, it'll appear again in hell and be able to leave again eventually. But that is torturous, so it really hates that. And it will then come back and exact its revenge on you because you killed it and send it back to hell.
Fair.
Which is fair. Have you noticed the hands?
Yeah.
They're a little odd.
They certainly are a shame.
They're backwards.
Huh.
The Rakshasa's hands are completely backwards, and that is one of the ways you can tell the difference between it and a tabaxi, for example.
You know, I've got nothing against this. I just have no lust whatsoever in my heart at all for
Wow.
this creature, so I'm going to have to pass.
Wow.
But I do love that cake.
Yeah. I mean, it's also
Am I the
a
only
cat.
smashing?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. It's a cat.
Damn.
Wow. Wow.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
I just want to go shopping with it.
You
Exactly.
can go shopping after you've had sex or before.
But I don't want, that's the thing, is I don't want the sex, I just want the outfit. And if I've got to fuck somebody to get a shirt like that, then it's not worth it. I'll just make my own shirt.
It also can take on the shape of any person. You know, it can take on any guise it wants. It usually dresses as a rich noble or a cardinal or a merchant, for example. But this is its true form that you're seeing right now.
I say I don't hate it, I'm just not attracted to it.
How does it respond to catnip?
I mean, put some on your dick and find out. Luke getting thrown out of the cat cafe again. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, I'm a smash. Gog is a smash. Everyone else is insane.
It's also a cat. Just put that
Yeah,
in your head.
tigers are like 500 pounds. If you put catnip on your dick, it's going to break your dick.
This isn't a tiger. This is a normal person-sized person that has like some tiger features. It is not 500 pounds.
So basically a tiger or a fairy.
By the way, it likes to eat human flesh. I did miss that bit off.
Okay, fairy
Oh, I don't
can.
even care about that.
It's fine.
I'm not worried about the vor. I'm just,
I just think you're wrong. I just want you to know that you were wrong. It's subjective, but you are objectively wrong. All right,
wow.
let's go to Smash. I don't think you get more classic than this monster, okay? This is so classic. It's what the whole game is named after. It's the Red Dragon.
Smash.
It is the archetypal D&D dragon. This is
I gotta.
based heavily off of Smaug, of course, from The Hobbit.
Smaug.
Smaug.
Queen is very happy with this.
I maintain that dragon's name is Smog, like the air pollution. Anybody calling it Smaug deserves a smack. Controversial take, but I'm standing by it. Sorry.
I think it's Smaug.
It's Smaug.
It's Smaug.
Enjoy the A and the U. Smaug.
This reminds me, I gotta say, this is like the GIF versus GIF. Was the creator right about that? We're gonna have to think about it.
I mean,
Just because it's true doesn't mean it's the right call.
I mean, it's more true than your call. If you're going to correct people, do it properly, is what I'm saying.
I'm not correcting you. I'm just stating my opinion, which I objectively is right. Objectively.
You were objectively wrong about the Rakshasa. I will not believe any of your opinions.
Can't believe you've done this.
Make the point. It's a dragon. We're fucking it.
Right, Red Dragon.
Smash.
They are huge creatures. We're talking 15 to 20 feet tall. They've got a large wingspan. They breathe fire. They're the classic, right?
Covetous and vain.
Oh, yeah. They're the classic.
You know what? Let's go for it.
They are the classic.
Classic, you gotta. It's mandatory.
They are frightening to be near. They're extremely arrogant and vain. These are the apex chromatic dragons. So the chromatic dragon is the one that is typically evil, and the red dragon is the apex one of it. It is the most fearful of the dragons. The ancient red dragon is I think, the highest CR of the dragons, with the exception of like dragon gods and things like that. Terrifying. Legit terrifying. If you want to scare a veteran D&D player, tell them that the dragon looks like it's red. You can sort of bargain with them. You know, they'll accept
Bargain
gifts.
with my pussy. Sorry.
You can bargain with gifts. They are vain.
I
They
am the
do
gift.
like being. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that'll work.
What if I gifted various buses? I think that would work.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
It's the National Express bus.
Giving buses. Oh my god, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Why buses? I know I'm gonna regret asking, but why?
Dragons fucking buses.
We're moving up
just
from
have
cars.
Exactly. It's a big dragon. It needs a big car. And you can't get big cars, so you have to go for a bus.
Okay, Luke, I need to know yes or no on those buses with the accordion middles for going around turns.
Yes.
Oh, those ones, yes.
Yeah, all right.
They're
on
weird
board
to
with this.
stand in.
Yeah, they are. I'm just. Imagine being in one of those when it's getting fucked by a red dragon and it's getting shaked around and you're looking up and down the bendy bit.
You know what? You should do a stream of
No, wherever this is going, no, I should not.
If you've ever had your leg humped by a dog, how do you feel about having your bus humped by a dragon?
No, it's would you be able to survive various buses and getting fucked by a dragon?
Maybe a half-hour segment at most.
That's fine. It doesn't need to be a long stream to be a good stream.
Exactly.
Quality, not quantity. Bus fucking. We're bus fucking. We're what's happening.
It just.
Good job, Luke. You finally managed to destroy that man.
Hell yes. Proud of you, Luke.
Just.
He's the pathetic little meow meow of our dreams now. This is our stream.
Just.
Finally, we've claimed the channel even.
Every other dragon has been this size. Why is this one buses?
Because it's red.
Because it's red and it's explicitly big.
We could have gone fire engines.
Imagine how happy that dragon would be with a whole fleet of fire trucks.
And the fire trucks are also red.
You know, there to deal with things that are flaming hot and on fire. This is the perfect combination. I can't believe we didn't reach this conclusion sooner.
Nick, are you okay? Nick's just gone.
Hey, Nick.
What the fuck?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm not doing okay. I'm not doing okay. Yeah, let's okay, I feel like I should explain the can spy on you through your fireplace bit before we go on. They can hear and eavesdrop through every flame within 1 mile of their lair.
Solo in the Hellfire scene of Hunchback of Notre Dame, the animated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I see her, the sun caught in her raven hair.
If they're in the middle of a fucking mountain and they can't fucking hear shit, they can't spy on shit. No one's living in a mile radius of a fucking base on a mountain.
Yeah, joke's on this dragon, bitch. I don't have a fireplace.
I think it's the fact that it likes to live in like volcanoes as well, so it's probably more like the open fires there. But I like to think that if it made its home in your house, it would also be able to hear through your fireplace, I guess.
And the neighbor's fireplaces as well. Voyeuristic
I'm lighting a
tendencies.
butane lighter so I can call my dragon. Hey, babe, how's it going? Did you like that bus I sent you to fuck? There's a whole tour bus coming tomorrow. And you'll be coming tomorrow, too.
Not okay.
Bringing
Everybody
us
says they
back.
want more cat bad until they get more cat bad. Then they go, oh, shit.
Okay, this monster is an interesting one. I really like it. It is a harkness test failure, but I think this is a cool design. There are not that many cool designs in the original one. There are lots in the new one, but this one is cool. The Remorhaz.
He looks like he can rim my ass.
It is like a
Yeah.
big centipede that is
Took
full
the
of
words
fire.
right out of my mouth, Luke.
My first critique is that's not a mouth that's got good for suction.
But how big is this thing?
It looks fairly big.
If I'm putting this thing up my ass, I need to make sure it can fit.
I was thinking going to find its prostate.
No, I want it. It's got texture. It's got ribbing. It's got all those little legs. This is very up your ass potential. It's just how big is it?
Swallows, or swallows as in the bird?
I swallow too. It's fine.
Luke, do you think it says in the bird?
Probably not. But you never know, considering
So,
we
Nick, I
just
need
had
you
an
to
entire
clarify.
segment about dragons and buses.
Yeah,
Like,
you
we
mean
need to
this a
clarify these.
bus-sized centipede or not?
It is rude.
Am I
Pussy
putting a
size.
kaiju in my ass right now? What's the story here?
Yeah, this is a big creature.
A big boy.
This is a huge monstrosity. So we are talking about 15 feet, something like that.
I think
more
it's
than
probably
15
more than
feet,
15 feet.
Thank you.
God damn it. It does have a lot of feet.
So I
Foot
guess
levels
we're
rise
not
up.
putting it in my ass.
It might take a bit of effort.
It take a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, you can still try. If you start with the back, it's got a flared base going on.
Yeah, but the problem is the spinies are pointing in the wrong direction. That's going to hurt coming back out. Unless those are secretly not as rigid as they look.
It doesn't mention the rigidity here.
Exactly. It's a problem. It's too much of a variable. I'm going to have to pass despite my deep intrigue.
Yeah, it's an interesting design. I would also pass because it's kind of freaky. It's got the kind of face of like a mid-game Final Fantasy VII boss. Like that thing's jumping out at you in the middle of everything. Like it's not a final boss because it doesn't look like an anime boy. And then it's just going to ruin your day. I'm good. Thank you.
It looks like something I would probably have blown up in Jet Force Gemini, and for that I'm going to say
Great.
no.
I'm
It looks
also-
like something I would have blown in college. Sorry.
No.
I keep apologizing, but I'm not really sorry.
Giants train these from birth. Use them as like guard dogs and that sort of.
Okay, that's cool.
They're very, very strange
Unless we can
creatures.
scale it down with a spell.
They live in the Arctic. They survive in the cold by essentially being full of fire. Just bizarre creatures, but I love the design of it. Awesome design.
Hmm.
It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
smashable one. I'm sure Iris would be a smash.
Well, that's the thing. Is there a spell that makes it small enough for me to smash? There's got to be, right? If there's spells in D&D, we can do this.
There are famously, yeah.
There are famously spells in this fantasy
Yeah.
magic role-playing game.
The spell reduce would bring it down to large, so 10 feet long.
A little more manageable, but
That's a bit more manageable.
Not enough feet for the foot lover.
I'll have to stick with my pass reluctantly.
Yeah, we got three passes, one of which is reluctant, and I'm a pass as well, less reluctantly. Kind of just a guy, but an interesting just a guy. So we go to the Revenant. So this is undead. This is someone who has died, but they are so fucking angry. They refuse to go on to the afterlife until they kill every single fucker responsible. Kind of interesting because they only have 1 year to do it. And then after that year, they disintegrate away. Until then, they are unstoppable. You kill it, it'll come back. You get rid of its body, it'll possess a new one.
Kinda interesting.
No matter which body they possess, the person that they are out to get will always recognize them for who they are as well,
Yeah.
which is neat.
I'm going to pass.
So we're following on the
Really?
just a guy problem.
It is just a guy,
Yeah.
but it is
Just a guy, I kind of not have it time gated.
it is just a guy who is essentially the protagonist of an action movie.
yeah,
I
it's
like
that
the
or,
idea
like,
of the urgency
Mm,
because if you've only got a year to fuck it out, you're going to get creative in that year.
yeah, exactly.
Urgent hate sex. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exciting hate fucking. I'm kind of, although the thing is that it wouldn't hate me unless I killed it. So I don't know. I'd have to do some murder before I fuck this.
Actually, the idea of urgent hate sex, intriguing. I'm going to smash.
Yeah. Smash.
Okay, yeah. I'm also up for it as well. Also, this art is pretty good. For the original Monster Manual, this is pretty decent.
I'm reluctant because it sounds like the plot of the trashy anime that the more toxic crushes and or exes would have liked. So I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
Ah, fair. You've been
I'm like,
tainted by
mm.
other sources.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just like,
fair,
this is the
that's
kind of
fair.
thing they would have liked. And I'm just like, I'm good.
I'm a different kind of trashy.
It's cool, but if there's something there that colors that, then it's not going to work. You know? I like, and this is probably unethical, if you're not up for their current presentation,
Oh, no.
just fucking burn the body and they'll possess another one, right?
Oh,
Unethical
Christ.
pro tip there from his Cursedness.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
days.
Corpse
Doesn't think
roulette.
of that one.
Look, this is the bit you find unethical after all the bus fucking.
It makes it even more intriguing for me.
You have sex with one of them, burn the body, at like a party, and then the next one gets possessed.
My concern here is if you always recognize the Revenant for who they were, does the change of bodies matter, or are you still going to perceive them as the body they died in?
It's only the person the Revenant has a grudge against.
Yeah, I'm assuming the Revenant has a grudge against me and I'm still fucking it. That's why
You know what, fair.
Valid.
I was operating on the assumption that this Revenant is pissed.
Fair, because they are single-minded in their vengeance. So it would be hard to get them to fuck if they were not interested in anything you've got going on, which they won't be unless you are the target of their ire.
That's my only counter to your switching bodies thing, is if we're always going to recognize the Revenant because we're the one it's hate fucking.
That is true. That's a very good point. Yeah, that does ruin that plan. My unethical rainbow party is ruined.
God.
Why I was giggling like a villain for that. Nick no longer wants to fuck the Revenant.
Oh, no, I still do.
I'll share
I still
with
do.
Luke.
I'll just have less fun doing it.
Piss off somebody hot. That's all.
Yeah, let's go to the next one, which is, I like this because it's actually quite a horrifying monster. But the D&D artist has done it again, and we got a little bit of a goofy mouth going on.
Oh boy.
It's the Roper.
It's just a squid.
No.
It's just a little bit goofy. It's just like,
No.
this is the best day of my life.
I'm glad it's having the best day of its life, but I don't want to fuck it.
No, it is a harkness test
But
failure.
look at that gleaming eye. That is a creature that has seen a snack and it's very excited about treat time.
Yeah.
Good. That's the point. It's a creature.
These tentacles can reach for 50 feet.
Too far.
Dang.
So they have a foot fetish as well. Okay.
They pretend to be stalactites.
If it was a little less pet coded.
Or stalagmites. It is a little bit pet coded. It is 10 feet tall, pretends to be a rock structure of some kind.
It's kind of cute in a weird way. I can't fuck it.
Yeah.
Its tentacles have a small, non-deadly neurotoxin in it. Weakens your muscles. It has a muscle relaxant in it.
Oh, so I want to cuddle this thing after I've been to the gym. I want to make friends with it.
Yeah.
But not if you need the toilet. Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, if you're constipated,
I mean,
God damn it.
Yeah, maybe you just
Yeah.
need a relaxing shit.
exactly. Too stressed out.
I'm surprised Luke's a pass because this is a big dildo with tentacles attached.
Yes.
But it's a 10-foot tall dildo, so it's too big to make use of.
It is a challenge.
Exactly.
You can't really ride this and come away feeling okay.
You'll come away all right.
It's the centipeding your ass problem all over again.
Yeah. It's amazing how often this problem comes up for us. Yeah. It's such a strange creature. It's a real like ambush predator, and it's just genuinely horrifying because it just picks you up and eats you. It's great. But yeah, the Roper is I got no standards.
I mean, you got all those tentacles to work with. You don't necessarily have to ride it to have a nice time. I
That's
can see
right.
where you're coming from.
That's exactly it. That's it. That's a
respect
smash from me. Yeah. All right, last one. And this is again a classic D&D monster. It is a harkness test failure. One of those monsters that puts fear down anyone who's encountered it before. The Rust Monster.
It's just a
I mean-
moth and an armadillo mashed together.
Yeah, it kind of is. What the Rust Monster does is it automatically rusts any metal it touches, and then it consumes the rust. It likes consuming rusted iron and things like that. It'll go after any metal it finds, including the armor you're wearing.
It'll eat until you're naked.
Yeah, so it will undress you if you're wearing metal, which is kind of hot.
Particular problem here, the human body contains metal.
Your blood has iron.
We're not doing a fucking Magneto getting your blood's iron is elevated nonsense from X2. We're not doing that. It can't do that. It has to be a strong amount of ferrous metal.
Okay.
Things like an iron spike or a sword or something like that.
I mean, my dick's an iron spike, so does that count?
Luke, tell us more.
But
That rust monster's going to be gobbling your cock. And don't worry, people who menstruate, you have opportunities too.
exactly.
Now we're talking. I wonder if you could get him involved with the Rakshasa if it's iron fortified cereal as well. I quite like that this one also has kind of a goofy face. I wonder if it's the same artist every time.
I hope so. I'm going to pass because I have metal things in my house and I would like it not to eat the metal things.
Oh, it'll lead him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've also got like food in your house, and if you were smashing most people, they will eat all of your food before they leave.
If I,
I
well,
can
All of your
replace that.
Who do
I
you
can
know who
replace
comes in
the
and eats
food.
all of your food?
Is that just me?
It's just
That
you.
is just you.
And I respect
Secretly
you
been Kirby all these years.
Look, I get hungry after, and I need a small
Valid.
snack, and that includes everything in your cupboards.
Sorry, Nick, but the small snack is pussy.
So I'm gonna have to pass because I feel like
Yeah.
this thing's probably besties with Alec Baldwin, and that's not a good look.
Oh my god. I'm also a pass because it's effectively another dog. I do love them as monsters because they are ways to put the wind up people. It doesn't work so well in 5e because once you get magic items, you're fine. They don't affect magic items. Let me tell you though, 4th edition, oh baby, they did affect magic items. You were fucked.
Nick, there's easier ways to put the wind up people.
Give them the bees.
You take your inflation somewhere else.
No.
Get the bellows and just whoop.
I like how you're fine with, inflating yourself with bellows, but you're upset about dragons fucking buses.
Exactly.
His standards are whack.
It's not the image of a dragon fucking a bus. It's the fact that I've got to unpick the dark, twisted logic of Luke's brain to work out why he has said buses. Why is he escalating?
The logic is also extrapolated from Reddit. You don't need to think any
The
further.
logic's
Like, I almost understand where the car and the donkey from Shrek came from. I understand the references he's making there, but it's the fact that he is escalating that worries me deeply.
Look,
Nick,
Yeah.
just wait till we get to fighter jets.
a
Exactly.
pseudo dragon
Probably
would fuck a
based-
bicycle, okay?
No, we can't. No. No.
and yet we have.
You know what?
Can't
No,
start speculating on what vehicle each
Actually-
dragon fucks.
No, a pseudo dragon it wouldn't be a bicycle, it'd be a motorbike.
Oh no, it would be a Segway because that's not a real vehicle.
Electric scooter, actually. Fairy dragons are fucking electric scooters.
Oh
It's got to
my
be
God.
motorized.
Luke, I gotta know, which dragon is fucking those little wood scooters that you used to get on like gym class?
It's not motorized, they wouldn't be fucking. It's got to be motorized.
It's gotta be
Like, are we
motorized,
sure
of
that that's not
course.
where the line is for
Whether-
the pseudo dragon though?
Of course,
Because it's not a
gotta be
real vehicle.
motorized, Luke.
Actually,
Of
no, you
course.
might. Hold on.
It's gotta be motorized. That's one of the core tenets. We all understand this. This is a base level logical fact. This is a tautology. Of course, it's going to be fucking motorized. That's the criteria, Luke.
Like those little champion sports wooden scooters that are like, 1 by 1
You know
foot.
what? Actually, no, because
That's
you
what the
might be
pseudo
right.
dragon would fuck.
You might be right there, actually, because pseudo dragon is basically a fake dragon, unlike the wooden bikes are basically fake motorbikes.
Give it a Hot Wheels car.
If it's a tiny one, yeah, maybe.
I like how we've built a spin-off series.
I don't.
I propose that we host a spin-off series on a merry-go-round just for added effect.
I don't think any of these have ever quite broken me as much as this one has.
I'm happy in a way.
Who knew Iris was the one keeping us in check?
That's wild.
Iris was keeping it all together for me. I've spent this entire stream maligning her, and yet it should have been you, Luke. You should have been the target of my ire.
But that's how they get you.
Iris is just willing to fuck more monsters, so you had a wrong perception. You judged your friends based on the scale of monsters that they would fuck and not on the content of their character.
All right, I've got to ask the question because
You don't gotta, but you're gonna.
what about the fairy dragon?
I thought we covered
Didn't
this.
we already confirm Hot Wheels?
What I've got to ask is why were you okay with the fairy
Because
dragon?
the fairy dragon is listed as a dragon, not a pseudo dragon.
Exactly.
Mm,
See, Goggles gets my logic.
How the fuck?
Come on,
Yeah,
Nick.
it's
How
not
the- I-
pseudo.
where do you draw the line?
There is no line. It's just kind of a
On a
little
piece of
squiggle that
paper.
moves.
Where do you get off?
Right here, apparently.
Where he wants.
Exactly.
What about kobolds? They're kind of dragons that aren't dragons, that kind of are, but kind of aren't.
That means they're not
Is that
dragons.
It's a,
more or less
Nick,
than
it's a very
pseudo-dragon?
simple system. It's a very simple system. Is it a dragon? If yes, fuck. If no, no fuck. You can do this, I promise.
Exactly.
But a pseudo-dragon's type is dragon.
But it's not a dragon in the name.
Yeah, it's like when taxonomy is broken in like regular other species, you know? Things that are misclassified based on taxonomic values instead of what they're actually related to. This is what's happening here.
But it's in the name, pseudo dragons. I feel like this is just going to be an entire video of like Nick in pain.
I feel like my appendix is about to burst.
Good. Look, you don't need your appendix for us to go into the purple worm and find its prostate.
No, that's true. And that's the real quest.